ring game taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season, no top, you stop breathing.
Final topic, our preview. Because, I mean, as we know, I mean, next weekend is Super Bowl weekend, so usually the promotions don't really be having fights like that because of Super Bowl. However, Matchroom, you know, being the UK and Super Bowl is not it's big, but it's not American big over there. You know, so they are actually holding a card.
It's a solid, like, under the radar type of fight, though.
Yeah, no, it sure is. It is, but I can see why people will either go, you know, be like, or grimace at it. Of course, the fight I'm referring to is Daniel Jacobs versus John Ryder. So, so it's at super middleweight, and then, you know, now obviously Danny Jacobs is someone who, let's put it this way, since the zone started, Danny Jacobs is someone who's actually benefited from fighting off his home platform, because we all know Danny Jacobs, he's a Heyman fighter. Like, he's advised by Al Heyman, and he was on the early days of PBC and, you know, Showtime, you know, and, you know, his biggest fights on there were Quillen and the 2 fights with Sergio Mora. So naturally, you know, when you have those type of fights, you gotta go somewhere at this particular point. And then you had a Charlo that wasn't really interested in, that was kind of avoiding Jacobs, you know, like, clearly. So, you know, you gotta go off your platform.
Boy.
What's that?
I'm making M's, boy. Yeah,
exactly. You know, I'm pulling up. What does pull up mean? Shit like that. You know, yeah, I've noticed.
That's classic. I think I put that in a bar. I was like, I can't even remember though. Oh my god, hey,
yeah,
I pull up on niggas like Danny Jacobs, tell hating ass niggas get they cake up, like.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Jacobs though, I mean, because that was the Brooklyn coming out of that boy.
And I still want to see a Charlo Jacobs fight. That's crazy.
You know, it's still a fight that's still viable. But, you know, Danny, you know, he signs with Eddie. You know, Eddie at the time, this is before PBC. This is when, you know, HBO, when Eddie was on HBO, and then he'd fight Durianchenko for the IBF belt, vacant IBF belt, and he won, which got him a fight with what am I going out of order? It's Triple G. No, he got the fight with Triple G first. Excuse me. Yeah, Triple G. You know, you got a big pay-per-view fight. Probably one of the, you know, the last real good HBO pay-per-views. You know, Triple G beat him in a very entertaining fight, and it was a close fight. You know, and, you know, his stock is high. Then he signs with Eddie. Eddie got the fight with Durianchenko. He wins the vacant IBF belt, which now earned him another high-profile fight with Canelo. You've heard if you've heard our recap on Canelo versus Jacobs, it's not a fight that we like all too much for a lot of different reasons. The biggest one is Jacobs could have won that fight, you know, had he woke up a little earlier. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he would lose that fight. But then after that one, you know, Danny Jacobs by this time is made multi-millions. I'm talking about in this case, he's touching M's. Like, this is the zone was overpaying. So, like, dude got paid out his ass for all these big fights that he got. So after that one, you see a noticeable drop in performance for him. Like, let's say the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight. You see that fight, and obviously Chavez Jr. at that particular point, you know, still prints a little money in certain areas, especially in Mexico.
Chavez Jr. looked the best he's looked in years against Jacobs. And
yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Jacobs looked bad.
Like, you're looking like, wait a minute, like who's supposed to be the high level boxer? Like, Jacobs or Chavez Jr.? Chavez Jr. was legitimately boxing dude's head off. Like, it's like you're like, what the fuck is this? And then of course but in Chavez Jr.'s, you know, he started getting some heat in return, and he quit. Like, he didn't get stopped. Like, he quit
in typical Chavez Jr. fashion.
Right, and then but then Jacobs is like, okay, that's an aberration, or what? And then afterwards we get the Gabriel Rosado fight, which a fight that he probably lost his damn
No,
fight.
he just fucking flat out got outboxed to hell and lost.
And
he
the
got
worst
a gift that night.
And the worst thing was they were talking that shit to each other, and instead it was Rosado. Like Rosado has been put through the ringer, so it's not so if a dude leaves the ring, no cuts, no blood, none of that shit. Something is horribly wrong after 12 rounds. Something is horribly wrong, and that's what happened with Danny Jacobs in that fight. Danny Jacobs did barely dented that dude. And Danny Jacobs can punch, so it's like, what is so basically Danny Jacobs is like, what are we doing? Like, is he just, I know that he had the relationship with Reverend Run's daughter, like they say he got millions. He had issues with his trainer Andre Rozier. Like, there was a lot of shit going on in his life, and I think it manifested itself in a performance that really hurt his stock. So you're thinking to myself, okay, Jacobs, and that was supposed to be the last fight on his contract with Hearn. So it's like, so what's he doing? Like, what is his plan? I mean, Jacobs by now clearly has enough money; he doesn't have to worry about fighting again. So this is like kind of a random fight, we get with John Ryder. Now, John Ryder though was the victim, unfortunately, of one of the unfortunate, job against Caleb Smith a couple years ago. Fight.
Is this finally his big fight, and it's not even for a title? Like, is this finally his payback fight for that?
I mean, it's looking that way, and it shouldn't be, because, like I said, he beat Caleb Smith. Like, I mean, and like I said, I was high.
At best, you could give Caleb Smith a draw, but I felt he lost.
Yeah, so did I. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, he's about to become champion, but. Unfortunately, he lost by scores that didn't make no type of sense. Like, if there were close scores, that'd be like, okay, it's something else. But when a judge sees a fight 9-3, nah, that didn't exist in that fight. Neither did it 8-4. So it's like, he got jobbed so bad. So now he gets Jacobs. Now Jacobs is at a point where, is he still disinterested, or do we see John Ryder actually taking, maybe taking advantage of that? Because let's be honest, Jacobs is bigger than. There's a significant size advantage between these two.
I mean, so was Smith.
That's also true too.
You might even say more so with Smith. Smith's a big guy, motherfucker.
Yeah. Smith is like my height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like. That's the biggest 6'2" super middleweight. Yeah,
and then like I said, and Ryder are gonna beat him. So it's pretty much it's like a crossroads fight, and it shouldn't be at the point, because like I said, they're both in their primes. Like, they're, although Danny Jacobs has been around for like forever, like, he's not that old. He's like 33 or 34 years old. Like, he's not old at all. So it's like, so are we gonna get like a spirited scrap? Or excuse me, he's 35 years old. Excuse me. 35.
Damn.
So pretty much he's in his prime, but he's probably in the tail end of it. For Jacobs. So it's gonna be like, is Dan Jacobs gonna be what he was in the past, or is he gonna, or we gonna get a Rosado situation? Or Ryder, I mean, honestly, I haven't seen Ryder look bad in a while. Like, I mean, I haven't seen him in the fight. I should say, hey, like, he lost that shit in a long time.
He might not have had a entertaining fight, but because I do remember seeing him again. I think it was on a PBC card or something. And
yeah, I know there was a Florida card that one of the Florida cards that he had that he won, but it wasn't the best fight though. But
yeah, maybe it was that. I think maybe it was that. I don't know if I said PBC, but whatever. But yeah, and he won, but he didn't look great,
Right.
So maybe he could get up more for like a bigger name like a Jacobs and win. But it takes me to another point. If Jacobs hasn't improved, and he's been on a downward streak for like the last couple years,
He has.
Is Ryder the guy to finally officially get credit for beating or making, Jacobs look bad? Like, can he get a win over him without having to knock him the fuck out?
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, it's in the UK, so that I mean.
Oh, it is. It's in the UK. Wow! Like I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's not in America. So,
so he making Jacob he paying Jacobs good then.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, this is why I say Jacobs, in terms of how he moved in his career, I can't knock it. But it's come with a little deterioration though in his skills and his. In his focus. Now, so see, my thinking is, if Jacobs goes the distance, Eddie may be like, okay, you know what, I owe Ryder one. for
See, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, this might be one of those fights where you might could throw something on the bet, like, and get away with something, because I feel like Rosado won.
I did.
But Rosado won in a boxing way, which is good enough for a win. You could win and beat a bigger name by outboxing him, but I felt like he could have, for as bad as Jacobs looked, he could have pressed the issue a little bit and put more hands on him.
Right.
Like, he needed a oomph. Like, he won a fight without a oomph. And a lot of times when you win fights like that isn't that thing that makes a fan or makes a night memorable or really just says
moves a judge.
Should have got that win.
Right.
Like, there's a reason why some people be like, well, I thought Jacobs lost, instead of just saying full-blown robbery.
Right.
There's a difference. That's why some fights we say, it could have went other way. Then sometimes we're like, nah, this nigga should have won. He should have won that. Get the fuck out of here. It's because the fight had oomphs in it. If Ryder can produce some oomphs in it, and he can produce, and oomph means a moment where he either drops Jacobs or hurts him, or he puts him in a spot where he's wailing on him in a row for like 3, 4, 5 punches. Well, you're like, damn, like, putting hands on dude. Like, he needs to have those moments come constantly in the fight.
Right. And truthfully, I mean, and skills wise, Jacobs, I mean, if I compare it to Jacobs is the more skillful fighter. Jacobs is also the harder puncher too. Like in any other situation, I'd be like, okay, Jacobs should probably knock out John Ryder. He should.
It should, and that's how bad Jacobs is falling off. When we're both up here saying, like, man, if Ryder, just focuses and does this, that, he could win. Like,
exactly. So that's what makes it hard for me. Like, I mean,
it's good in the first place.
It is. Sometimes you need that little intrigue too. Like, if you put a gun to my head and say, who do I think will win? I'm still gonna go with Jacobs, and I think Jacobs will probably win a decision because Ryder is a tough guy. I do think Jacobs will win
a decision victory.
Was that?
I said that's safer than a Canelo by decision victory.
I'm saying it.
Or no limb for that.
Yeah, I mean, Jacobs win, but I just feel like it's gonna be like it might be a fuckery decision, and Jacobs will win a close unanimous decision. Like, I'm talking about maybe a 115, 113. He may knock him down 113, 115, 113, 115, 112, or 116, 113 type of decision.
Jacobs already got that decision with the Rosado.
He did.
He ain't gonna get it again.
So, what about you? How do you think this will go in terms of results?
If he loses for real this time. But if he wins, he has to win for real this time.
Right.
That's what I feel.
Because the truth is, because Jacobs Jacobs has fights on the table. Like I said before. Like, I mean, now I'm not sure why this fight is you know, why he's doing another Eddie Hearn fight, especially when I understand his contract is up with them. So I just don't know where his head is in terms of how he's moving, because it's a super middleweight. I mean, whether it's like, you know, if he, it's truthfully, I don't even know what Jacobs is even fighting with, who he even wants to fight. Does he want to fight Canelo next, or Triple G rematch? I honestly don't know. Like this type of how he's been moving, it's kind of like odd. But you know, I guess in order for interest for him to actually still remain where it is, where he's not hurting his brand, like he has to put away, excuse me, John Ryder. Like there can't be no bullshit.
If he doesn't put away Ryder, he has to wake the fuck up. And when I mean wake the fuck up, he has to fight with some type of urgency, some type of damn commitment, like some enthusiasm. Like it's serious. Like his career matters. Like. The way he's been fighting since the Canelo fight is just atrocious. I've been disgusted by it. It just needs to be said. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I don't know what the fuck was going on. He made up with Rozier, which is cool. That's a step in the right direction. But you know, get your fucking head in the game, because when your head's not in the game, you fuck up your career. You lose these type of fights with the riders. And you don't need to be losing to a Ryder who's a decent guy, who's world class, who should be a world champion right now, or a former world champion if he got the victory against Smith. Right, you know, you can't take that away from him. You know, right? Because like I said, Jacobs still in the UK, right? Like, come on. Yeah, and like LB said, Jacob still has his fights in. You know, he can still go back to PBC. Like Charlo is still a fight. Like. Yeah, like Jamal Charlo, whoever you want to say, you know, whichever Charlo, you know, like that's still viable. Like he's still viable fights. Like people are still. Charlo fight's a good fight. Caleb Plant's a good fight for Caleb Plant to come back with. Benavidez is a good fight for him. Benavidez is a good fight. He has fights out there. Yeah. But it all depends, because it just all depends on what he does in this fight, because a bad fight will hurt his brand, you know. And like I said, you know, and like I said, you don't want to see that. I mean, I mean, like I said, he might be thinking, you know, he's trying to think of, he's fighting towards retirement and everything like that. But Pilot, you're on. So Pilot, drop your thoughts on
the Ryder Danny Jacobs. Yeah. Shit. I think it's a good fight. I mean, it's going to be competitive. I mean, shit. Danny Jacobs was competitive with Rosado, which was alarming anyway. But
no. Fuck that. Let me interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead.
Rosado was competitive with Danny Jacobs.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Jacobs should never be fucking.
She should never have. Yeah, I think that was the Angela Simmons cat that got him. So we'll see. Hopefully, it seems like he's not with that bitch no. So maybe now he'll be a little bit more focused, or maybe he's just, you know, he's past it. He's been through, you know, his best is seen behind him. So, but I still think off pure class and talent, he should be able to beat Ryder. Probably by decision. You know, probably an 8-4 sort of ordeal. I think 8-4. Danny Jacobs will win this. Yeah, and I think, I mean, like I said, I mean, just without the fuckery that could happen, you know, Jacobs is the better fighter than Ryder. Yeah.
Have y'all seen how he's looked, like in training or anything? Like,
I have not actually.
I saw one picture of him and he looked mad slim.
Like, yeah, he looked a little drained. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the same picture. Yeah.
Like he looked like he could fight at 154. Like
his cheeks look a little sunk in, you know. Yeah, he looked a little, not sickly, but he was kind of teetering on, looking like a little not fully healthy.
He looked like if they had the rematch for Ishii Smith now, Smith would really win.
Oh God. Yo, I have not. I honestly have not. I have not paid attention to anything. I mean, what he's supposed to say.
It's been going under the radar. It's truly a real good under the radar fight.
Yeah, is it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, it's next Saturday. It's the only fight during Super Bowl weekend. So yeah, so I mean, if you're feeling for some boxing, that will be it. It's an afternoon card, obviously too. So Yeah,
afternoon card. Like what time? What time, cuz?
I think it probably starts at either 1 or 2. I also I'll know more, because when
as it comes, is there a good is the undercard good? Because I was hearing rumors. Boo Boo Andrade was supposed to be fighting the winner of this, but obviously he's going a different direction.
The undercard is no. Less said about the undercard, the better. It's a hurt undercard. Let's just say that.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, Jacobs Ryder is the most notable fight. Everything else is it's domestic level.
It's Jobber Festival. Do you even have a decent Cheeseman level type of fight on there? Like type of fight?
Look, there'll be a fight on there. We'll be talking about like, oh shit, okay, you didn't see it coming. I don't know what it'll be.
I sound like it's a bunch of accidental fades that could not happen.
But that's the thing. Most of the cards that aren't supposed to be good, sometimes they're really good. So
yeah, but I mean, well, that's Eddie's MO though. That's also him. Like if Eddie, it's like he has. I mean, like I said, it's his thing. He has his UK prospects, and it's like I said, sometimes they do go above and beyond. Like it happens, But this is where Eddie needs to give. Eddie should have given this at least one more notable fight on there instead of a whole bunch of domestic level fights. But like I said, if you're interested in obviously watching domestic level fights, I do it because it's just out of habit. Because you just never know. Sometimes. Some of them shits are like bloodbaths, and some of them are just like they're just paid by the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on, both y'all think Jacob's gonna win by decision?
Yeah. He might be able to drop Ryder too. I don't think much of Ryder.
Odds for this. That's what I gotta look. Because honestly, I feel like Ryder might take this. Like,
what's Ryder's claim to fame? Like,
now,
Ryder's claim to fame is like getting hosed by Colin Smith, right? Getting screwed on the cards. That's
yeah.
So,
what has Jacobs done fame worthy in the last 3 years?
Yeah, not really shit. Yeah, he ain't really done shit. Well, he beat Derevchenko, but that was a few years ago by now.
Yeah, he was decent back then.
Yeah, that was back then.
Anything Canelo from the 12th round on?
Yeah, no, never. He's only fought twice, and you
can start in the Canelo fight if you want. Actually, wow, look at that. Jacobs is -170. John Ryder is +130.
That's actually pretty damn close.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how bad they look. Vegas is looking at Jacobs if they got Ryder as +130. Jeez.
Yeah,
Khan is +140 over Kell Brook is -175. Look at that. That's kind of Now I just named 4 names, and two of them are fucking. And I gave you 4 names, but 3 of them are treated like they're past their prime when only 2 of them are.
Facts.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Facts.
Yo, so that's crazy. So that pretty much means like, yeah, you might as well throw a little something on Ryder if you're a degenerate gambler, because
I was just gambler. You ain't gotta say like degenerate. Like, damn, like,
bruh, like I have to save the world, bruh. I need to make sure that people don't
add that extra shit. Like
I need to save the world.
Well, he got it like that. Like,
I gotta save the people, so like I did it, so they don't have to go through it. I gotta save people, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, be a killer. He's like, go ahead, be a cold-blooded murderer, killer. You gotta add extras. Like, you gotta go ahead and drive. Go ahead and be a reckless, despicable, drunk driver. Like, no. Hey man, just added in all that extra shit to it.
Do it. Just do it.
But yeah. Honestly, I think Ryder's gonna take this. Fuck it. Like, I haven't seen anything from Jacobs that just made me think he could win this. If he wins, he's supposed to win. He's still the favorite.
Honestly, let's put it this way: it depends. Like, if Ryder wins clearly, I'm pretty sure Eddie will be like, will probably bet Canelo to give him a shot at his titles or some shit like that.
Wait. What do you think they're gonna give it to Jacob still?
No. I'm saying that if Ryder does beat Jacobs, I bet you Eddie will probably try to beg Canelo for him to fight Ryder for the belts.
Nah, Canelo. Look, man. Yildirim was the last type of alley-oop for Canelo right now.
Well, Yildirim will keep. Well, hold on, I'm Canelo kind of fan here. That was his man, though, Yildirim. So
stop.
What?
Stop. No one. Look, if Canelo Canelo didn't have to fight that guy as his man, though. You know damn well. The WBC would have looked out regardless if he fought that guy. Like,
of course.
And the same weekend, didn't the same weekend the other guy fought? Like, I think Darrell fought that weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I say why Yildirim got that fight is because he complained after Anthony Darrell in the fight with Anthony Darrell. Anthony Darrell unfortunately was getting the business by Yildirim, which was annoying the hell out of me that whole night. And then he got high in the cards where he kind of quit, so to speak. And the fight was still up for grabs, and Yildirim kind of complained. And unfortunately, Darrell lost his belt to Benavidez, and Benavidez lost his belt to cocaine. Was it the food or cocaine the second time around? No, it was the food. It was the food. And it should have been Yildirim versus probably Benavidez again, or they could have ordered it, but they inserted Canelo into the shit, and yeah, you get, that's how we get that. We shouldn't see it, but Ryder does deserve a title shot, especially if he beats Jacobs. It'll probably be. I'd probably be like, yeah, it's probably over for Jacobs. If he gets knocked out by Ryder, it's probably over for Jacobs.
But damn, it's just crazy how I just wish, with all these names floating around, you get more meaningful fights instead. Like we should have had Ryder and Rosado fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacobs instead of the shit we got.
Oh, but you know how Oscar then moved Munguia like he's a prospect still.
Right.
Well, because he's a new trainer. Eric Morello's new trainer. Nah, fuck that. That guy's been Andrade's Mando for like 2 years. Come on, man. Like, and I think he's. I feel like
if you're not fighting. Like, okay, I get that. You're right. I get that. But even then, if you're not trying to fight Andre, you could have rolled the dice on Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much, like, if Munguia would have got a KO or put his foot in Jacobs' ass, you know what that would have did for his career?
Yeah.
And this would have been the perfect Jacobs to do it with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, it would have been another Saddam Ali type of win for him.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's a win.
Yeah. He's just close enough.
An unexpected win that's better than what it is and should be.
Yeah.
And that really puts him in the driver's seat for any fight. Now he can fight Andre, and it's like, Andre, like I got a better win than you do. Like,
I was reading Andre has never been a world champ, has never beaten a world champion before. That's kind of crazy to me.
It's unfortunate, It's.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Like I said, it doesn't take away. Andre's still off eye test is still a fighter. He's a very difficult fighter to fight.
He's a talented fighter. Kind of shame how his career kind of has taken, I guess you could say.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing that's that's the fight for the Super Bowl weekend, and then we will definitely come at you sometime during the week with the Super Bowl preview, myself, P, Pilot, and then hopefully Rome as well. The
whole crew.
Yeah.
So everybody Jacobs except me. I'm Ryder.
Right.
All right. So we'll see, but I don't think if whatever happens, I don't think any of us will be surprised.
That's also that's facts too. Like, if Ryder wins, wins, beats Jacobs, it is what it is. If Jacobs beats Ryder, it is what it is. You just gotta hope that whoever the winner goes on to a more significant fight. That's all you could ask for.
Yeah, I'm just wow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they really made an underrated fight out of this. So
they did. So yeah, I think that is it for our show. I think we touched upon a lot of different things and whatnot. Boxing. You can always talk about some boxing. Without throwing any wild narratives out there. Hint, hint.
Really? Wow, I never knew that.
I know, right? I mean, it's like mind blowing, right?
Crazy.
But so final facts. So Pilot Man, hit us with your final thoughts.
Oh, just glad to be back. I know I was here on the start of it. I don't know where P went, but I'm glad I was able to finish it off. Pause. I'm off work. Glad I'm home. Just a little. I feel like I'm a boxing degenerate because I'm home watching some random ass card on the ESPN Hulu right now. See, what's the fight? It's like a Ciela versus Blandon. It's like a Mexican card, but love the sport, and Ring Gang Radio all day, every day, on every platform imaginable. Ringgangradio.com, you know what it is. Gang gang, twice on Sundays. Holla.
Yes, sir. LB, man, your final thoughts?
Oh man, this is a great show. I enjoyed this one. Shout out to everybody across the globe, international, that fuck with us on Anchor and Podomatic.com. All the random countries that fuck with us: Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, France, Zimbabwe, Philippines, all of y'all, Japan.
Facts.
Like, we be. I ain't check the stats in a minute, but yeah, I have to do that. But I know y'all be out there. More shit on the way. Forgotten Fade article.
Yes, sir.
We'll be previewing, dropping more shit, more music videos, more shit. There's more everything. Cartoon might drop the intro soon. Put that out there. The cartoon is a little pushed back now. Been kind of busy on the vocal ends, but still working on shit. Still got the NFTs popping.
Yes, sir.
Holla at me. You gonna get that Shuttleworth collection on that OpenSea account. Just search it in the marketplace or go to my YouTube. The link's up there. If y'all fuck with that crypto or whatever, jump on that. Other than that, everything else, just shout outs to the rest of the squad. Clan Anarchy, Sample Genius, we're on top 5, album on the way. Got to talk to this nigga. That shit should have been dropped. Damn, it's a whole label over here, so I got to see what's going on in artist development.
Yes, sir.
We be just wanting to just drop podcasts, but they gotta do this shit too. So shout out to RTDZ, my man Prolific Genius, Ring Gang TV, and Pilot, the Fight Architect. Oh no, I mean, what the fuck?
PJ the Fight Architect.
PJ the Fight Architect.
I was gonna say, I got a new moniker now. I'm
Nah, pilot here. I think. Oh yeah, King P. Yeah, just King P. I guess he got no nickname or nothing special about it. Like, y'all Wu-Tang niggas be having 20 names. Pat Scorpio, Big Pat.
Big P. I have a whole bunch of them.
yeah. Y'all motherfuckers. But yeah, man, that's what's up. I guess I look forward to the little bit of boxing we're gonna get this weekend. Shit.
Yeah, because this nigga don't watch no football, so he's limited.
Some of the damn what was that? The Bengals
The Bengals and the Rams. It's the Rams.
Nah, not the other one. The one with
Pat Mahomes, the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs and the what was that?
The AFC Championship. I think you're talking about the Chiefs and the Bengals.
Yeah. I seen some of that.
There you go.
You know, the overtime.
Yeah, overtime. That was a dope game.
And then a little bit of the fourth. So, you know.
There you go.
I guess it was okay, you know. I mean, the football was footballing and shit.
This nigga here, man.
Hand dig, huh?
So niggas is on the field, you know. So some interceptions was thrown. I think what else happened. I'll say this: the crowd was loud. Like, geez, like that was up there with the damn DMX Woodstock. That crowd was like Trinidad Joppy levels. Like you would think like you was watching Trinidad fight Godzilla. Like there's some shit. Like, damn, I didn't know football was that lit. Fuck. And I've seen football crowds before, but that football crowd was loud.
Yes, it was.
Fuck. Like you gotta love football to be that loud for that shit. Jeez.
Yes, that we do. You know, some of us do, man. Football is just.
I kind of understood it now, because I think because it was pops in my, it was Rome and my pops, like all these niggas is all into that shit, and like I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's like
I said, like one day, like, well, the hope is one day that LB will catch a football game that will be like, and then like he'll get it. Like the crowds are one thing, but get it, and then I mean, I
kind of got it that game, like, because they was making a big deal out of the game, and that it was like, dude, like that crowd was insane, like man, it felt like it was 3 arenas for Trinidad and Hatton or some shit. Throw in the damn Corey Spinks Nelly arena with Zab.
And then maybe one day you'll get to the point where where if me, P, or Pilot or Rome are talking about different plays, like the difference between a bootleg and a sweep, an opt-in and a reverse,
play action, shotgun,
quarterback sneak, an end around, ISO, shit like that.
Nah,
a hook. See a hook? You can play.
No, none of that shit. Look, you're gonna get a field goal, touchdown, interception from me. That's it. Like, you're not getting all that other bullshit. You're not getting any damn. Well, he did a flea flicker.
Well, actually, the fact that you actually mentioned the flea flicker is actually mildly impressive. That's not a name. That's not. Most people don't mention that damn play on your level per se.
Man, he did a classic '93 Tecmo Bowl play, and I'm supposed to be like, oh shit, like nah, that's not happening. Like, y'all just get my expertise in boxing. That's it.
True.
I get these predictions and shit. I just need to have a good end of the year prediction run. Like, my predictions during the end of the year always be kind of struggling. But the beginning of the year, I'm fucking fire. So I'll probably get this one right too.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
I mean, once Pat said it was in the UK, and then I remember how bad Jacobs was looking in that photo.
Yeah.
And then look at the odds.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't even seen Jacobs, so I need to probably go take a look at his Instagram. Pause, just to see what he's looking like.
He's gonna be like son of a bitch.
But for me, like, I mean, I don't have anything to really add on for what the other brothers have said, other than just subscribe to everything, go to our website, but essentially subscribe to our YouTube. You listen, you like, you comment, and then you tell your friends so they can like, comment, and subscribe, and then we can all be friends. You know what I'm saying? Because we, as I said before, we do this shit for y'all, and we got the shit that you want and you need. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all just gotta spread the word. Just keep spreading the word. Ring Gang, we have the best. We have the best content out there. We're the best, one of the best content creators, man. We're not under the radar. Like, we above it.
Bar none. That's facts. That's a Snapple apple fact, bro.
Yeah, Snap Apple Pack. That's right. Yeah. Oh man! So for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for Shuttleworth, LB, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist. Excuse me, yeah, LB having me screw up. For Conscious Pilot, and then for King P Bodega P, who I think had to leave a little early. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Peace.
Peace.